Do your work, then step back, the only path to serenity. The way to get started is to quit talking and begin doing. Opening up to the wrong person is like putting ammo in their hands. You not only are hunted by others, you unknowingly hunt yourself. Don't chase. Elevate your game and be someone worth chasing after. Everything, no matter how beautiful, is only with us for a while. To be wronged is nothing unless you continue to remember it. Two things are infinite, the universe and human stupidity, and I am not sure about the universe. Fear is the polio of the soul, which prevents our walking by faith. Success is the progressive realization of a worthy ideal. Verily, God does not reward man for what he does, but for what he is. It doesn't matter how great your shoes are if you don't accomplish anything in them. Doing nothing is better than being busy doing nothing. I cannot teach anybody anything. I can only make them think. Insanity, doing the same thing over and over again and expecting different results. Always know the difference between what you're getting and what you deserve. What the caterpillar calls the end, the rest of the world calls a butterfly. Time is heavy sometimes. Imagine how heavy eternity must be. A single death is a tragedy. 1,000,000 deaths is a statistic. Try not to become a man of success. Rather become a man of value. I kept always 2 books in my pocket, one to read, one to write in. When we fail, our pride supports us, and when we succeed, it betrays us. The greatest victory is that which requires no battle. In the cherry blossom shade, there's no such thing as a stranger. And when all the wars are over, a butterfly will still be beautiful. To think too long about doing a thing often becomes its undoing. The enlightened ruler is heedful, and the good general full of caution. Maneuvering with an army is advantageous, with an undisciplined multitude, most dangerous. Failure is not when you fail once, but when you refuse to learn from your mistake. Every ounce of my cynicism is supported by historical precedent. Flow with whatever may happen and let your mind be free. Knowledge is merely brilliance in organization of ideas and not wisdom. The truly wise person goes beyond knowledge. Look deep into nature, and then you will understand everything better. In a time of deceit, telling the truth is a revolutionary act. Sometimes we create our own heart, breaks through expectation. Victory is reserved for those who are willing to pay its price. The scholar does not consider gold and jade to be precious treasures, but loyalty and good faith. Therefore, the good fighter will be terrible in his onset and prompt in his decision. Life happens, shit happens, and it happens a lot, to a lot of people. If I have a platform and a voice, I should use it for my people. Perhaps home is not a place, but simply an irrevocable condition. Always stand up for truth, regardless of who steps on it. It is an acceptance of being uncomfortable that drives change. Show me that I am everywhere, and get me home for tea. I'm glad I see with my eyes, and not the pages I've read. Dining with the king, your attire Attitude and mentality must change. Hats have power. Hats can change you into someone else. There is no greater agony than bearing an untold story inside you. Because you can only die once, but you can suffer forever. Patience and improvement is the key to opening the door to progress. When you are content to be simply yourself and don't compare or compete, everyone will respect you. Stop trying to create a new you around the same old people. There's more beauty in truth, even if it is dreadful beauty. I'm not afraid of storms, for I am learning how to sail my ship. Change the way you look at things, and the things you look at change. Life is too short when you think of the length of death. Great wisdom is generous. Petty wisdom is contentious. Great speech is impassioned. Small speech cantankerous. If you have the courage to begin, you have the courage to succeed. Life shrinks or expands in proportion to one's courage. They laugh at me because I'm different. I laugh at them because they're all the same. Weakness of attitude becomes weakness of character. I do not believe in taking the right decision. I take a decision and make it right. If your life is worth thinking about, it is worth writing about. We are citizens of the world. The tragedy of our times is that we do not know this. I will continue my path, but I will keep a memory always. Adapt what is useful, reject what is useless, and add what is specifically your own. I like people who refuse to speak until they are ready to speak. You talk when you cease to be at peace with your thoughts. Have enough courage to start and enough heart to finish. Deeds will not be less valiant because they are unpraised. It is only possible to live happily ever after on a daily basis. It's always the ones who are the quietest who often have the greatest things to say. Life changes very quickly, in a very positive way if you let it. I never said it would be easy. I only said it would be worth it. What is right is not always popular, and what is popular is not always right. I knew I was alone in a way that no earthling has ever been before. Your life has a limit, but knowledge has none. If you use what is limited to pursue what has no limit, you will be in danger. You can't always be right, but you can be wrong a lot less. When you procrastinate, you become a slave to yesterday. Forget what hurts you, but never forget what it taught you. What is essential in war is victory, not prolonged operations. Man is no longer an artist. He has become a work of art. I never think of the future. It comes soon enough. Enchantment lies in everyday moments if you are observant. You must let suffering speak if you want to hear the truth. We have 4 problems: overthinking, trust, share, love. Everyone who got to where they are had to begin where they were. He who knows he is a fool is not the biggest fool. He who knows he is confused is not in the worst confusion. I have no special talent. I am only passionately curious. The way of success is the way of continuous pursuit of knowledge. Being born is like being kidnapped and then sold into slavery. Healthy citizens are the greatest asset any country can have. Some things you hear with your ears, others you hear with your heart. Energy may be likened to the bending of a crossbow, decision to the releasing of a trigger. Life is short, live it. Love is rare, grab it. Anger is bad, dump it. Fear is awful, face it. Memories are sweet, cherish them. There's nowhere you can be that isn't where you're meant to be. Everything has its beauty, but not everyone sees it. I was never aware of any other option but to question everything. Start writing, no matter what. The water does not flow until the faucet is turned on. Without knowing the force of words, it is impossible to know more.